Buenos dias. So today I am out in the high desert. I'm right at about 6,000 feet. And I'm in the land of the Ancestral Puebloan. I'm I'm on the Colorado Plateau. I'm in a new to me section of this area. It's kind of east of the Mojave Desert. You get like the Great Basin Desert, and you've got the Mojave Desert. East of the Mojave, you get up into the Colorado Plateau. The Colorado Plateau is like literally the Ancestral Puebloan's empire. I mean, that's just an easier way to explain their territory, how big it was, which covers quite a distance. Anyway, as I mentioned, I'm in high desert. It is a cold, late December day. We might get a little snow today. The weather's kind of weird, but I'm in an area where I've encountered quite a bit of lithic material. And just as I'm looking here, as you can see, as I'm pointing at, there's big chunks of work chert. You can see how it's been knapped. There's flakes everywhere. And there's lots of it. So I'm not sure if I'm near the edge of a canyon, and I'm under the impression that there is a lot of habitation on the lip of the canyon up top versus down inside the canyon. So I'm maybe trying to see if I come across pueblos or ancient villages like pit houses or things like that. I wouldn't be able to like just walk up and there'd be a bunch of pit houses. Everything's probably covered in dirt, you know, just with sand. It fills up over time. But things get exposed. Up here, the winds howl. That moves the sand around. Heavy rains at times come through that washes, expose things, and just, you know, builds and decreases and all those things. That's how it eventually gets exposed. Anyway, I'm out, like I said, exploring a kind of a new to me area, and hopefully we come across something interesting. We've already come across lots of lithic material. That's why I've stopped in the area. So I'm just going to walk around a bit and see what we run into. So that's what the day's looking like. I'm hoping to come across any interesting artifacts, you know, maybe projectile points or pot sherds. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll come across some painted pottery. But I keep my expectations low. And this is a great time to be out in the desert. It's so cold that we can wander anywhere and not have to worry about rattlesnakes. So that's nice. So I keep coming across the lithic material here. That's chert. That's going to be the primary material that tools would have been made in this particular area. If I come across obsidian, you don't get obsidian here, so that would have been imported in from far distances. Maybe I'll get lucky and come across some obsidian, never know. But it'll be chert or jasper, flint. All those things are kind of the same. That'll be the primary material. So yeah, random spots like this keeps me stopped in the area. So I've got pieces of lithic material on the surface here. See all this? So something was going on here, tool processing, and why right here? There's quite a bit of material. It's a nice flat spot, soft dirt. Maybe this is a camp. I don't know, but yeah, the area where the material is spread upon is interesting. Pretty big area, so it's hard to say. But there's quite a bit of it, and it's just on the surface here. Here we go. You can see where it's been knapped. Some here as well. And it's essentially just residuals from the tool making, trash. There's a nice, obviously, work piece here, just on the surface. So, what this means is that there's some people right here, and this slopes up, gently slopes up to a rise. So I'm gonna go up to this rise up here and see if there's anything of interest up there, but man, wow, there's quite a bit of material just scattered about here. So what I'm looking at right here is, it's incredible. There's a scattering of pot sherds. This is black on white pottery. That would indicate Ancestral Puebloan in this area. There's quite a few sherds. Wow, this is incredible, absolutely incredible. So I'm gonna have to go in for a close-up with this, just because this may indicate that there may be in the vicinity of a Pueblo. All right, do you see it? This is absolutely incredible. Look at this. Look at this piece right here. Black on white. This is just on the surface. I'm gonna move over and look at this piece. Look at that. It's got a hole drilled into it. And there's more right here. There's more right there. Wow, I have to have a look at this one right here. All right. Oh no, look at this. It's got a hole through it. Oh my God, this is incredible. All right, we're just gonna put it right back where we found it. Okay, so I want to show you something real quick. We're gonna gently pick this one up here. Look at this. This lines up perfectly. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's so incredible. And this is how I found it. Just like that. All right, before I continue searching the area, I just want to have one more look at this piece right here because it's so fascinating. And we'll get a close-up of that drilled hole. Look at that. That's incredible. And that just matches up. That piece there. Look at that. All right, well, we'll leave it like we found it. Just right there. So this is pretty incredible. Those two pieces connected perfectly. No doubt there might have been a vessel just sitting right here and an animal came and stepped on it and busted it because it's just out here. Why would it be right here? What's right here? Am I on a Pueblo? This is very exciting. So I've left the pieces as I found them. I'm almost inclined to like put something over them to protect them. Yeah. Wow, this is just fascinating. I left the pot sherds exactly where I found them, on the surface as is. There's nothing I can do. I can't take them, it's illegal. And yeah, you know, they're exposed. They could be reburied. All it takes is some wind and rain and they'd be covered up again or exposed again. You know, it's just how it goes back and forth. And a mule deer or some other animal can just come along and step on them and bust them, and that's that. It's just the way it is. But it was an exceptional find. I imagine when the sherds were together, and it had to have been just an absolutely beautiful vessel, whatever it was, a bowl, whatever container. But someone took some time and put some interesting images on it. So I'm not sure what I'm in right now. I'm going to slowly make my way to the high point. I don't know if there was a camp here at the base, or this is a Pueblo that I'm on. The ground is very soft. This would have been a comfortable spot. It's overlooking things. There's just over there, it dips down, you know, drops in elevation, like a little valley or something. I don't know. And the canyon lip is still quite a ways to the west. It's a really interesting spot. But that, oh, is that pottery right there? Okay, well, we just found a little more pottery. Here's another piece on the surface. Ooh, corrugated, look at that. All right, so we got a mixture of pottery here, corrugated, black on white. Wow, this is a fascinating area. I may be on top of a Pueblo. There's more pottery right here. And this place is covered in lithic material. So I'm making my way up the rise, and the ground is just, the camera's not going to pick it up, but the ground is covered in lithic material. If I just look down at my feet right here, I could just pick it all up, just to give you an example. It's everywhere. You can see. And it just goes up. The ground's glowing as it goes up. So I'm going to continue working my way up to the rise here, and we'll see if there's anything up there. All right, well, I'm on top of the rise, and geez, where I'm sitting right here, the ground is literally covered in pot sherds. It's on the surface here where my finger's pointing. Just gray, plain gray ware over here. There's corrugated, and it's literally everywhere. Look at that. It's just on the surface. The ground is hard up here. It's not like the deep soft sand where I just came from, further down, but the ground's covered in pottery, pot sherds, just covered. I'm not sure what to make of this. Why is there so many pot sherds here? It's literally covered, the ground's covered. Between the pot sherds and the lithic material. If I just take the camera down, you can see it's just pot sherds here, here. It's everywhere. So I'm being extremely careful where I'm walking. There's all types of pottery here. Just at my feet, there's plain gray ware, there's corrugated. I'm being very careful where I step, because I want to show you this piece here. That's painted black on white, corrugated right there. This is absolutely incredible. So I got to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen this much pottery. What I'm looking at right here, the surface is completely covered in pot sherds, as well as lithic material. I mean, it's completely covered. There's painted pottery, corrugated, plain gray. I mean, it's just everywhere. I'm not exactly sure what to make of this area. So I'm like being extremely careful where I walk. I just, there's even, I have to see this piece here. It's on the surface. So corrugated, and then there's, I have to pick this up. This is the Red Ware. I'll put that right back where I found it. pretty much every type of pottery is right here. This is a magnificent spot. Yeah, this is a first for me. I've never seen anything like this. I don't know what to make of it. All right, I came down from the rise to get something to eat, and the wind's just howling up there. A little more protection down here, and just at my feet is this. I'm gonna do a close-up of it. Gonna have a look at this here. This is obviously a tool of some sort. It might have broken off. Maybe it's a big axe blade. I'm not sure, but you can see how it's been worked. It's got a nice edge there. Pretty big. Well, I'm not sure what that would have been, but this place is just an incredible spot. So we've been kind of moving along the base of the rise, and I'm now in an area, I'm like at the level before the top. And as you can see, it slopes down again. This area where I'm at right here, it is covered, and I mean covered in lithic material. The material is chert. So the ground is red, of course, the dirt itself, but as you can see, all the white stuff here, and the camera's not going to do it justice, all the white stuff is all lithic material. There's almost a complete layer of lithic material. And if I even just point the camera right here, there's a point, there's something, it's covered. I mean, covered. I've seen spots like this, except way hundreds of miles to the north, and it'd be all obsidian. This is an absolutely incredible spot where I'm at. I think I'm on a Pueblo, and above, higher up on the rise here, which I'm about to slowly make my way back up, is I've never seen that much pottery, pot sherds. The ground's covered. This is an unbelievable area. Look at these. You can see how this has been worked. That's a big piece where it's been napped. It's just on the surface. I also want to point out, you see all these tracks? That's deer tracks, mule deer, and the whole area is covered in tracks. There's deer everywhere out here. So they crisscross for 1,000 years, this whole area, and they bust up everything here. Oh, what do I got here? It's just on the surface. Painted. So I've come back to the top, and I've really taken my time and walked an area, and I'm either on one of two things. I'm either on top of a Pueblo. This area right here in front of me where I'm standing, probably for 20 yards is completely covered in pottery. So this is either a Pueblo. There seems to be some type of maybe a pit house here, as you can see. Rock structures. This is very soft dirt here. There's mounds in here. This is either a Pueblo or something else. I'm not sure, but I'm only saying that because the top layer is literally pottery. Yeah, it's incredible, to be honest with you. Every type of pottery: red ware, gray ware, corrugated, black on white. it's all here. And I'm not sure. The only explanation I can think of is it's a Pueblo. This is a village. And then the big question is, why right here? Why right here? Why? Why right here? It's not far from the canyon, but it's up here. There's a spring, there are springs nearby, but they're not close. To make all this pottery, I don't know. There's so many questions I got running through my head right now. And that I think there's structures up here in this area where all the pottery is. It's just buried. There's some interesting mounds, and I don't know. It's a very, very unique spot. I'm just going to take a moment and just pass over this area. And it's all pottery, pot sherds. It's covered. Corrugated stick, it's just everywhere. This is all pottery. And it continues this way for at least 20 yards. So I was making my way back, and I had to stop and show this because I just found two incredible pieces. This is unbelievable. So I'm going to do a close-up, and that'll be my wrap for the day. But you have to check out these two pieces where I just found right here and right there on the surface. We're going to go in for some close-up. Okay, these two pieces are just beside each other. There's a base, and as I move over, there's a point. All right, let's get the point real quick. Oh my goodness, look at this. Just on the surface. I know exactly where that was right there. And then we're gonna have a look at this base. Holy moly, look at that. Almost side by side. That's just fantastic. All right, I think that's going to be a wrap today. It's already starting to get into mid-afternoon. I got a ways to drive back, so I definitely think I found a Pueblo today. It's one of the most fascinating places I've been to in quite some time. I don't know, I feel like I was just visiting a time capsule. Artifacts, every type of pottery that's ever been made is here, or it's in broken pieces, that is. I can't think of any other reason or what this spot would have been other than a Pueblo, just because of so much pottery. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a place worthy of contemplation. Winds are just howling up here, so no drone shots today, unfortunately, but that's the way it is. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Lots more content on the way. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It is free and it helps the channel tremendously. We'll see you next time. The Rock out. Adios.